So right now, tension is rising as the judgment day for Nnamdi Kanu draws closer, and the DSS is seriously tightening security. You know, this is one of those moments where you can feel that something big is about to happen in Nigeria. People are watching, waiting, talking. Everyone wants to know what the final outcome will be. And my people, I'll break it down for you gently so we all understand it clearly. Please, if you're watching this, make sure you like this video right now and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss the next update. Because this one it's serious gist. Now, the situation started building up again after the Federal High Court fixed a new date for judgment in Nnamdi Kanu's ongoing trial. For those who might not know the full story, Nnamdi Kanu has been standing trial for charges related to what the government calls terrorism and his activities as leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. He was first arrested years ago, then released on bail, and later he was taken back into custody after being brought back to Nigeria from abroad. Since then, it's been one court date after another, one motion after another, and now we are finally getting close to what might be the final chapter, at least for now. So, the court has fixed November 20th, 2025 as the judgment date. And immediately after that announcement, the DSS moved fast. They began to tighten up security both around the court premises and around the DSS facility where Kanu is being held. It's not the first time they're doing this, but this time it feels different. The movement of personnel, the barricades, the checks, everything has gone up a notch. They are clearly not taking any chances. Please, as you're listening, take 1 second like this video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, click that subscribe button. Because as this story keeps unfolding, we'll be the first to break it down for you in plain English. No confusion. Now, people have been asking, why is DSS tightening security now? Well, it's simple. They know emotions are high. Supporters of Nnamdi Kanu are passionate. And as the judgment day draws closer, there's more pressure from every side. Nobody wants any form of violence or protest that could get out of hand. So, the DSS is trying to make sure that everything stays calm and that the process goes smoothly without distractions. You can even feel that Abuja is more alert right now. The security presence, the briefings, the movement around the Federal High Court. Everything has become more controlled. But on the other side, Kanu's legal team is not resting either. They've been filing motions, asking the court to stop or delay the judgment. They argue that there are still legal questions that need to be answered before judgment can be delivered. Some of those filings have gone to the appeal court, others are still being debated at the High Court. And honestly, it's part of legal strategy. When you're handling a case of this scale, every side wants to make sure no stone is left unturned. Now, the thing that's causing a lot of debate right now is the issue of access. Reports say that Kanu's lawyers have complained that the DSS has been restricting their access to him, saying they can't meet him as freely as they used to, or that documents are being delayed. The DSS, of course, usually insists that they are just doing their job and maintaining protocol. But this back and forth creates tension, because the defense feels like their client should have full access to prepare for his case, while the DSS is thinking about national security and order. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe. This is the kind of news we break down properly here without shouting, without bias, just facts and calm talk. So right now, Abuja is getting ready for the court day. You can imagine, on that morning, every road around the court will be busy with security checks. Media houses will be there, supporters will try to show up. Even though DSS might control the number of people allowed in, the atmosphere will be tense. They don't want any situation where the crowd becomes unmanageable. We've seen this before in other high-profile cases. The court becomes the center of attention. Everyone watching who comes in and out, every movement captured by cameras. And if we think about what could happen, there are really three major possibilities. The court might convict him, acquit him, or the judgment could be delayed or suspended. Each of those options carries its own ripple effects. If he is convicted, the defense will definitely appeal and it could trigger new reactions among supporters. If he's acquitted, it will be big news, possibly celebrations, but also new questions about what comes next. And if the judgment is postponed, then the waiting continues and the tension stretches even longer. Whatever happens, one thing is sure: Nigeria will be watching. Now, let's talk about public reactions. In the Southeast especially, people have very strong feelings about Kanu's case. To some, he represents a voice that has been silenced too often. To others, he represents a challenge to unity. Either way, his name carries weight. Many people are praying for peace as the judgment approaches. Churches are holding prayers, community leaders are urging calm, and social media is buzzing with debates. Some people angry, some hopeful, others just tired of the long process. And you know, the timing of this case is important too. The country itself is dealing with a lot, and from the economy to security issues. So this kind of high-profile judgment can easily shift the national mood. That's why every move by the DSS or the court is being watched and analyzed. Even the smallest detail becomes big news. But I always tell viewers, before you share any post or video about this, please make sure it's from a verified source. Don't spread fake updates or rumors. Things like this can easily cause unnecessary panic. Let's keep it calm and truthful. And while you're here, please take 2 seconds, like this video and subscribe. That way you won't miss any of the next updates. We'll keep everything simple, clear, and real. Now, let's come back to what tightened security really means in practical terms. You see, when DSS says they are tightening security, it can mean many things. It can mean increased presence of armed personnel around the court. It can mean roadblocks to control movement. It can mean stricter checks before anyone can enter the courtroom, and sometimes even limiting who can attend the hearing. In cases like this, they also try to manage the media carefully. Only accredited journalists may be allowed in. All of this is done to maintain peace and prevent crowd pressure or violence. But people are still asking, does this tightening of security mean Kanu's rights are being restricted? That's the tricky part. The law allows security agencies to maintain order, but the law also protects a citizen's right to fair hearing and legal access. So, both sides need to balance it carefully. The DSS wants peace, the defense wants access. That balance is what everyone is watching closely now. There's also talk about the emotional side. Kanu himself has sometimes refused to mount a defense, insisting that the court lacks jurisdiction. In previous hearings, there were moments when he stood his ground and made bold statements. That's part of his character. He's known for being outspoken. His supporters see that as courage. Critics see it differently. But one thing is sure, his words and actions always attract attention. Now, people are also talking about the political undertone. You know how Nigeria is? Politics and justice often mix in the public conversation. Some people believe this case could have wider political impact, especially in how the Southeast relates to the rest of the country. There are voices calling for dialogue and political solutions, saying maybe peace will come faster that way. Others say no, the law must take its full course. So you can see, it's not just a legal issue, it's a national conversation. Let me pause and remind you again, if you're still watching and you've not liked the video, please do so now. Click the like button and subscribe. We bring you only verified, calm, and balanced updates. No noise, no propaganda, just clean information that you can trust. Now, as the judgment day draws nearer, we should expect to see more news, more press statements from both sides, maybe from Kanu's family, his lawyers, and the DSS. Sometimes these statements can sound like they are at war with words, but that's how big cases go. Every side wants to control the narrative. That's why, for viewers like you, it's good to stay calm and listen to verified information, not what's trending on social media without proof. Also, civil society groups have started talking too. Some are calling for fairness, reminding everyone that justice must not only be done, but must be seen to be done. Others are asking government to ensure that security measures don't turn into intimidation. It's a good thing. That kind of public conversation keeps everyone alert and accountable. Now, let's be real. Judgment Day is not just about the legal outcome. It's about how Nigeria handles sensitive cases. If it goes smoothly, it will build trust in our justice system. If it becomes chaotic, it could increase division. That's why peace is very important right now. Everybody must play their part. The government, the DSS, the lawyers, the media, and even ordinary citizens. And one thing people often forget, after the judgment, no matter the result, life must go on. There will still be appeals, there will still be reactions, and there will still be work to do for peace. The country is bigger than one case, but this case reminds us of how divided and emotional our issues can be. Please, if you're still with me, I appreciate you. Like this video now and subscribe if you haven't already. That's how we grow this channel and keep the gist flowing. We'll continue breaking it down for you in clean, simple English so that everyone can understand the real situation without confusion. Now, this story is far from over. In the coming days, we'll see more updates, possibly more legal filings, more security checks, and definitely more talk online. But let's stay calm. What matters most is that everything is done peacefully and lawfully, because at the end of the day, peace and justice must work together. So that's where things stand right now. DSS tightening security, Judgment Day approaching, lawyers battling in court, the nation watching. We'll keep following this story closely. And when new updates drop, you know we'll be right here to explain them in the same calm, clear way. If you've enjoyed this breakdown, do the simple thing. Like the video, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. What do you think will happen when the court finally delivers judgment? Let's talk about it respectfully in the comments.